Alright guys. Hirsch gotta leave in a little bit, and he's obviously worked very hard to make sure we get the couple things right this year's merch. So I want to make sure we start giving that to all the player. Let's everybody settle down. जगह ले लें थोड़ा बेसी जाओ. चलो ऊपर रहो I know story ठंडी है. And guys, please don't bitch about cold too much. I know क्या तो ठंडू, but if there's alcohol that's keeping warm, I'll be very honest. This is keeping me warm. Okay, so those who are not drinking, તમે બધા જેકેટો બેકેટો હરખું પહેરો. રોજામાઈ છે કેમેરા ખબર પડે છે કે આ કોરા લોકો છે ચાર નવા કે સાથ સંતોષ ના રાખો ચાલુ કર દો. So લીગમાં ના રાખી આજે નહીં ગેમમાં ના રાખી. Also guys, one thing, I know we have a lot of people today, right? And I know it's going to be hard. I'm saying it from now, right? For me to work with all you guys at 20 MFs here. I'm going to try not to curse cameras on. That's going to go chalo. Where is your camera? Right there. Oi, Bobby! Instagram live. Yeah, so let's make sure, guys, everybody, let's stay together. But when it's time to keep it down a little, keep it down. It's free for all. Let's have fun, drink, kapianu. I've got a lot of stuff for us. We got water, we got soda, we got liquor. Guys, feel free. Joya wadar to kaji carries, bidi mate, jipe mate. We got masala soda and stuff. No, for everybody, guys, please feel free to snack, eat. Jane puff na khada hai, khao. Tarin laya je 3-4 khao. It's like 4 each. I think that's what I counted for, right? So let's make sure that today we have one day together as a team. Let's just make sure we spend this one day. Last year આપણે જીત્યા પછી મારા ઘેર થોડી વાર માટે ભેગા થયા હતા, but we really couldn't get together the whole day, right? Some guys had to bounce, and then પછી, I mean, some of us, we got together at the wedding. We had fun, but as a team, we didn't get together much, right? So this is probably the only time we get to celebrate this. So let's make sure કે આજે મજા કરીએ, right? Let's have fun together, but still have a little bit discipline where we can run through the whole day as well. વાતો તો ચાલુ રાખો, 5 કલાક છે, 6 કલાક છે, જેને જે મસ્તી કરવી એ કરો. But let's just make sure, we're a little disciplined today as well, not messing around too much. Because પછી કેવો ટાઈમ જતો રહેશે and ખાલી વાતો થઈ એવું લાગશે, right? So એ કરીશું, ના નહીં, બધા વાતો કરો. But we also want to make sure it's productive. We have 2024 season coming, so we want to make sure we're keeping it productive. And I only got 10 minutes before I got to let Hirsch go, so I want to make sure I give him credit. Some of the things that most of the things we worked on in the past, Bhavik and me put a lot of effort, right? Lage tamne Ankush does it, PD does it, they know kya badu karo kitlo time jai, right? It takes hours of your day, and we care so much. Look, I see so many of you already wearing our last year's things. It makes us proud when we spend good time to make sure everybody's wearing the old stuff, right? That look at that. Okay, you got the yellow, you got the blue, we got the OG jacket. Look at that. No, but it's amazing because they like it. Trust me. If this So we do spend a lot of times to do this in the past. But this year I must give credit where it's due. Hirsch has done most of these things. Hey, bravo. Rookie, see, this is what it is. I don't want to see this, but I might have to keep the cups out next year. Sri, one of your guys here, playing the Sweet 16. He's had a couple cups. Look at the size of his glass. So Hirsch, thank you so much. Really appreciate you for doing a lot of these. It's not easy. If anybody thinks it's easy, you can take on the task. Me and Bhavik are more than welcome to say you guys go for it. That's why we won't take credit. This year he's done a lot of work, right? I'm sure you guys got a quick little preview. I couldn't hide the box, it's so freaking big. But that's just a start. We got a few more things coming. So whoever I also want to put a disclaimer. $100, it's kind of coming out from there. $125, that's where this is coming out from, right? We're really not taking anything from the season fee standpoint. We have a couple $100 left from last year as well, so it's that covers for the league fee. It's not that much for NGSBC anyway. But આપણે બીજું બધું કરીએ ને એમાં I think where the money goes, right? So the fact that, and again, we plan કે અમે દર વર્ષ ના કરીએ. ભવન અમે લાસ્ટ યર કીધું કે એક્સ્ટ્રા યુનિફોર્મ તો કશું નહીં કરવાના નેક્સ્ટ યર. But then we also put a disclaimer, જો જીત્યા તો કરીશું but અમને ખબર છે out of 40 teams જીતવું is almost impossible so અમે કે જીત્યા તો કરીશું and then look you know now you look back season end we are champions and now we're motivated to you know put some stuff together again so I'll just say मैं box में एवी रीते मुक्या है that I've kind of lined it up with teams so if you guys can maybe split up as a team but if you're comfy that's fine you guys can stay here if you guys are comfy this is a good time once again whoever paid this $125 or the one that got getting his tips today whoever paid the 45 will get the other shit ઓય આ માગવાના છે તમે માગી લેને આપણી માગી લે કઈ માગવાના બાય જેકેટ મેમો નતો મળેલા હર્ષલ અક્ષર just keep in હવે દઈ દીધું આ શું તને લાઈફ જેકેટ ચાલ બધું મિક્સ ના કરતા એક તો કે લીવ રાવડે એટલે મિક્સ ના કરશો let's not try to slide anything you don't big player that's on you exactly bro હર્ષ આયર પ્રોગ્રામ નામ લે guys everybody pay attention right so as you guys can tell HP yeah I'll start the first one so we got Nike's backpack right original Nike's again give credit to Hirsch right with the initials you got these believe me it's a great bag man you got the numbers on so nice trust me it's waterproof as much as I know so Herschel is HP trust me મને ખાસો ટાઈમ થયો તો વિચારતા મેં કીધું આ બધા પ્લેયરો કોના છે so guys one thing I say about Herschel while I'm calling these guys I might just say one or two words say here Herschel you stay with me and I'm not going to fight you
સોનાની લગડી મેલી છે કે સોનાની લગડી
let's just keep it a little space I know you're a star player but you know
હા લે હું બોલ
પડી ગઈ ને guys હું બોલે I want you guys to keep it down guys first
don't say that to him bro our team's good not to him bro
I'm paying attention
હા ભાઈ
people want picks but they don't want discipline I'm paying attention
આપણે મેચ ફિક્સ અહીંયા છે ખબર છે ચાલો ભાઈ બસ સ્પીચ આલે
again captain your responsibility today to keep your boys disciplined
વાત કરને પણ
હવે કેપ્ટન નહીં લાવવા જોડે
But that's what you get from Bharat's team. What's your expectation?
oh my god oh guys I'm gonna say yo Harshal's been with us since first year right I think he's probably my oldest friend and oldest teammate we've been playing since the apartment days in Princeton he's been with me he's probably seen me older than all you guys so you know he's been loyal to us forever you know he doesn't get to play all the time but he shows up to the Spartans games he shows up to the Pway games he always turns up you know he does the duties that we don't want to do right આપણે બીજી બધી ટીમમાં who's doing scoring who's doing this and that this guy says let me do it right that's the love for the team he always turns up always asks શું કરવાનું છે ટીમમાં that's not the easiest thing he's one of the most selfless player we have so very blessed to have you also continue playing with us almost 10 years you know with me probably more 13 so appreciate you a lot Herschel let's make sure we continue this up you know we appreciate you I mean we're all looking forward to you know having you play in you know both of our teams too right we started Pway Cubs and the reason was because we understand the Lions we don't have enough spaces as we move forward family's too big right slots are too many players so let's make sure you know continue to work hard we want the next guys to really take over the responsibility so these guys can have fun you guys gotta make sure you take over but appreciate all the hard work over the years man
congratulations
right he's in team
thank you for training Neil in the initial days that's why
આ બટર મારે ને એટલે પતરા રન ડીલમાં જાય છે
બે કેરમાંથી પ્રેક્ટિસ કરાય ને
also guys I should say most of you guys have a little extra thing you guys have hoodies Pway hoodies inside so most of you guys I think one of you some of you who hasn't got the 2023 chip also has this so I try to pack that in as well
Good work
a couple of you guys so I try to put a little bit of effort to make sure
there's 3 things more coming but we didn't get yet so
yes Bhavic's announcing that
good work captain
you deserve it a real captain knows
Good work Harsh
It'll be here by the first game. I think.
Would be nice.
Alright, next one, Team Raj. Next one, Team Raj. Team Raj. It's the most legendary player we have. Please come by. Saggy.
How many SPs do we have here?
Hey.
Number कम है हाँ
Guys,
लाइफ जैकेट पहन ले तरवा जावानु
Open तो कर Saggy. Saggy is a hoodie.
only if he wants, when he wants. All right. Guys, one thing about Saggy, right? Saggy is that one player, right? You guys, most of us, half of us have been playing since first year together. But the day we got Saggy, ever since I had to go play some hardball to get Saggy, he knows. Actually, hardball chalu karni padi to get Saggy. But since the day we got him, right? Him and Shell especially, we've been contenders ever since. Yeah. The first 16 games he joined, we won. 2017. So that's the dominance he's bringing. From a team, really good team, he made us into a contender overnight. Having Sagar alone made us contender overnight. So that's the value this guy brings. Right, nowadays you don't get to see him that much, right? 6-7 games a year. But one thing he almost guarantees, whenever he plays a playoff game, he's a gun-out bowler, right? He's one guy that's never disappointed in a big game, semi-final or final. You can look around. I can pull out maybe one or two players that may have not been their best on the day, but this is one guy that's made sure. If you're seeing these stars on these jackets and stuff, he's been a big reason, and I guarantee you we won't have that without him. So he's very humble, as you guys can tell, right? We've seen Sagar change from having water to
Cheers.
Uncle says he used to look like Tiger Strong. So we've seen guys grow. That's the best part about our team, that we've been together, like I said, almost 10 years now. We've seen us grown up together, but Saggy just continues to be one of the best players. I remember when me and Bhavik would do the Pway draft, I would be like, give me Saggy, you can have 2 players. That's the value I personally think that Saggy brings. And Saggy, hopefully you continue, we'll load manage you, continue playing 6 games. Let's give a clap for the champ.
Salud!
He's given us a lot. Appreciate you, Saggy. Anything, Saggy? You want to say anything?
Enjoy karo.
Unfortunately,
He'll
miss it.
He's gonna be here by then.
Yeah, so I'll wait on him if he's here by then. Next is the team captain, obviously. Right? We got Raj Shah, the team captain.
Yay, Kanika.
So guys, one thing about Raj, right? I'll say, and again, I can say essays for you guys. Believe me, I can go an hour and talk about you guys, right? But the first thing that comes to my mind is when we got these guys, right? Trust me, there was a lot of people that reached out to him saying, they already have 15 great players. They already have 20 great players. What are you gonna do? And
X Factor.
Exactly. Now he's become an X Factor. Hey! Look at that. One of the best players now saying it himself, right? Look at that X Factor. So the fact that he is a perfect example. If any new player is coming in the team, it is so hard for me to explain him the whole journey, right? So how Ankush started, Bhavik started, it's almost unrealistic. It sounds Asian to them. But I can give his example. I can say, look, man, 2 years ago, this guy joined in. I told him I can't promise you anything, but I can promise you you'll get your opportunities. And if you make it count, you'll be a valuable player. That is the only thing I kind of promise. If anything, Rod said, don't come to this team. Here's what Rod said, like, chance nahi tha, bhai, tu bhi jagah ki ramil hai, right? But one thing he said, you know what? I want a good group around me, right? Well, look at this. We got 20, 25 people today. He said, that's what I'm looking forward to. Cricket to chair, if I perform, I know I get to play. But he's like, I want a good group around. So the fact that player, right? First year, it wasn't the best year for him either, right? He missed out playoffs. I'm sure a lot of people, he told me personally, he's so transparent, he shares things. And, that a lot of people reached out to him, say, hey, you could be the star player. We need a Shubman Gill, we need this player. No, for real. He could be the best player on like most of the team. But you know what? Look what he did. He stuck with the team. And what happened last year? We gave him the opportunities. Everything worked out. The semi-final, a toughest game of the year, right? Conditions against us. Both openers go for 0. No PD, no Ankush. We're looking for the savior. Those are our 2 saviors. Guess who showed up? This guy showed up, right? He's listened to people talking for 2 years. He had that one opportunity. He had one opportunity. Look what he did. He played the best knock of his prop for me, for he's ever played in
Best
front of
knock
me,
of the year
last year. So let's give a clap for that.
Cheers to the triple X.
That knock alone made sure we got into the final. I promise you, it was so hard to bat. It was difficult. The conditions were very difficult, and this man showed up. Right?
Especially the wind.
Exactly, especially the wind.
Yeah.
People watching outside don't understand what happened that day. Yeah. We know because we played how difficult. He went ahead of Bhavik. He made sure he set up the platform. And now in my eyes, he's as good as any of us, to be honest. It took him one knock. That's what the lesson is. If a new guy is coming, I'll tell him, man, can you give me that 25 clutch knock? If you are, you're part of us now. Look, he did that and he is that. And on top of that, it's not just cricket. As brotherhood, he's probably as closer as most of you guys now, right? Last day I went to wedding shopping. Who showed up? This guy showed up. Last day, I'm looking for shoes. One of you guys had to call this guy. He turned up. We went to shopping together. So he's become like a brother to me and a lot of us as well. So
me too.
I think that, you know,
I speak to him like the most every day.
Exactly. So he's become that. Think about it, 2 years. We're all been together, so it's not the time that you spend with us, you know, it's the quality. That's the example he gives. So appreciate you, brother. He's team captain today, so you know, your rewards are yours. Anything you want to say, you don't have to, but alright, he's a bitch.
Alongside with all his achievements, we compare him to a few other.
हाथ कट करो वो
He's a shaker.
गेम्स બધું છે આટલા માટે તો તમને કલાક ડ્રાઈવ ના કરે
Now we're jumping into team 3. This is probably one of the best fielder in this league, right?
ઉભો થઈ ગયો
Ankit bhai is like before.
આ કે મારા ઇનિશિયલ દેખાય દુગો ભરી ગયો અંકુશ જૈન પેલા હું જોતો રહું not in the fielding part not in the fielding part
What બોલ્યો હતો હજુ હું થોડોક માનદ ઈ કર
now you're not that one
So guys, just to show you guys the value of Ankit bhai, right?
આ ટીમમાં
This was the guy that I started up Pway Lions with. As I know. This is one of the guy.
he's the reason I'm here too
Yes. That Pway Lions started with. But just to show, right? This guy has stuck with us through thick and thin. He's the first one out of all of us to get married. He's the first one out of all of us, I think, to have kids, right? But he's made sure he leads by example, right? He always leads by example, says biju badu to chair. But at the same time, this team means a lot. So he's always done that. On top of that, he's led by fitness, right? I always say he's the Bahubali. Why? He's like the strongest out there, but he's the most humblest, right? Trust me, apna mahi takat hot na, bahut cocky hot, you know, especially, you know, some of you guys, I don't want to name, but you know.
Who's the bitch now? Say the name. Come on.
No, you're about to get deducted points. but yeah, this is what, you know, Ankit bhai was a vice captain. If whoever been with us since the OG days knows. So he's helped us a lot. I think the hardest part of this team was building the team. So he's been to us. He's kind of the one that recruited current vice captain. He was the one. Now look, we got Bhavik out of that, right? So this is all.
Donald Trump.
Okay. We love you, man. I know. Bhavik's not the most. But apart from all that, from cricketing standpoint, I cannot tell you guys. Ankush. Sorry, from cricketing standpoint, I cannot tell you what this guy brings to this Pway Lions, right? I will tell you guys, we cannot have every superstar. We cannot have everybody that's a best batsman, best bowler. We need those pieces. We need that fielder. We need that go-to fielder. If anything, this guy is a fielder. Last year, whoever remembers, but the playoff Medna, he's the one that changed the game. Without him, we would have not won last year. We would have not won this year. So he's the example. If you think about fielding, how fielding wins championship, he's the reason, right? Last year, I remember that one catch just slipped off your hand. He took it. And we won that game by 10 runs. He saved a diving 4, like 3 4s in the first match against Wayne Warriors. We won by 6 runs. Last year, right, when one of these Avengers guys hit it at the end, he stopped that 4. Fielding. If Fielding wins a championship, this man is the example. That Superman catch. How can I forget that? Storm Rider, right? People, if you don't watch the match, you would think he misjudged it. He did not misjudge it. It was the wind that blew it at the last second. So the fact that what he can do, and again, look at him. He looks leaner than ever. He looks fitter than ever. You know, he's coming for that batting spot. He scored 300 runs in the past. He's done a lot of things.
It's pretty good.
But also the most important thing in batting, he sacrificed. He can open the innings in any other team. But he understood in this team, you need some go-getters, right? And he's converted himself into that. When I posted that 5 top batsmen, the 6th one was him. And he gets the least chances out of everybody. So the fact that he understands that you know, that there is that spot a little open, he capitalized that. So and I appreciate you, Ankit. Bye.
Yeah, I'll say one thing. If you have been the most selfless guy, which he is, you're gonna get the most opportunity this year. That's what we decided last year, and we are on it.
Bravo. Captaincy had a cheers.
That's it. I appreciate you, Baba.
Everybody.
Anything you want to say, feel free to. Just enjoy, guys. That's it. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Brotherhood.
વિજય 18 બોલાવો હવે
પેલો એ બટન જે કામ
વિજય 18 બોલાવો એમ ગોટ તારું તો આવો એસે લગશે આખો
ચેટ જીપીટી કહેવાય
તમારે
Alright, next one. Well, I got it on my hand. Anybody want to guess who this is?
પ્રીત પટેલ
Look, man.
પીડી ચશ્મા પહેરા કે ચોકે
My guy. It took me a while because I couldn't. I'm just not even figuring that team. And then I had to really look, and then I'm like, all right, number 8. Our MSD, right? Our MSD.
પ્લસ 1 MSD પ્લસ 1
You know, little quick story. Not everybody's with us since the day one. So first time I saw him play against us, especially one of the practice match we did, he killed it. And you know, I know he was playing for Spartans as well. That's the day we were like, I looked at him and I'm like, you know what? I see a fire in him. That's different, right? Think about it. I see 100 teams all the time playing. I saw this man. He wants to win. He's a champion. I just spotted that from the difference. I saw his rest of the other teammates and I saw him. And I'm like, that's a winner right there, right? That's the day I started approaching him. It was, unfortunately, it was the first game of the season and he was playing for a different team. And I was like, man, I see something special, man.
Captain.
And he was captain. On top of that, he was the captain of that team. But I spot something different, and I wanted to get him. It was as simple as that. I'm going to be honest, right? When I see something, and I was like, man, that's one piece that I want, right? It's not his skills alone. It's the fire that I see in his batting. It's the way I see him approach the game, the love for the game, right? That's the day I decided I'm going to go for him. I remember it was the 3rd game, and I called him. I'm like, say, man, everything's going good, all this. All right, now. I'm like, yo. How about Pway, man? He's like, man, it's 3 games in. I'm playing for this different team. And I'm the captain. I'm like, man, I get it. I'm like, tomorrow is the 4th game. If you play this, you cannot play for us. But I also understand if you miss it this year, next year, Pway. And he's like, you know what? If things don't go perfect as I want, he's like, we might do that. And look what happened. We lost 2017. We lost because we needed that batting. Pway always had the bowling, always had the fielding. It's that one little extra factor that we need, and I saw it before the season.
Wasn't PD the highest scorer in 2017?
He was.
Yes.
And guess what? The same season I approached him is when he scored the highest run. It's not. I didn't approach him. Trust me. After he scored, it was that year I approached, and he was the highest run scorer, as Bhavik said. And then next year, when that season ended, we lost. They lost. We went to go see the final. Me, Bhavik, and PD were sitting together. We just watched the final and said, "Man, ek divas evo aavo જોઈએ." Final
we still have that group created in WhatsApp.
One thing, guys, I have seen PD at his prime. He's fucking savage. I have seen him savage. The practice that Neil's talking about. So we were at Normandy, and the only people who used to whack me 6s was only Urge. This guy came in, it was like next level. I saw him that time, and I still tell Neil, PD mein koi divas jo hai.
I know. But to say that, I'm gonna go. That that we went to see the final. Me and him had that discussion. Vibe jabbar hai. Guess what we did? We went home. We made a group. Me, him, and Bao. I think Bhavik put Phillips Park as a wallpaper and trophy in the middle. And us three kept.
It's still there. It's still there.
Before that tournament, 2018, he made that wallpaper with trophy in the middle. We kept talking about Chip the whole year. We were obsessed.
He
about
wasn't
it.
in our team then, right?
Who? No, then he
2018
joined.
was
He just joined, and we made that group. Now with none of you guys, made it with him, because we had that conversation at the final. Guess what happened?
Still there.
In that final, we killed the whole year. After your ruthlessness, we killed the 2018 season. But in the final, we lost 6 wickets. We lost 6 wickets. We needed somebody to step up. Guess who stepped up that day? The anchor stepped up. He made sure when it was 20 per 6, everybody was ready to call us chokers. I bet if we didn't win that, this man stepped up and he made sure we get to a decent score. And when we put that decent score, we damn defended it. But without that knock, without Ankush's knock, we would never be called champions. We'd probably be called chokers if anything, but people are ruthless, I'll tell you that. So appreciate him. If nobody has ever called you choker, it's because of that special knock that he's played. So if there's any time you ever think about he might not be as good as that, you know what? He was good when we needed him to be good. That's right. When everybody wasn't good, he was good that day. So if you ever think about, commenting on him, just remember that. The reason you didn't go called choker is because of his knock. So let's give him the credit for the knock. Bigger than that knock, right? I know Ankush killed it that game and he got the MOM. But bigger than the knock, he gave all of us another platform to perform in. Right? He made sure he built another team and give every single one of us. He reached out to us or made sure if we were good enough, we get to play in his team, right? And now it's kind of our team. So we got 2 teams after that, right? So, but it required a lot of his captainship, leadership. He had to make a lot of sacrifice. It's not easy. If you want to be champion, it's not easy. Trust me, if I got to pull plug on any of you, and if you're not stepping up, I will pull plug on Bhavik, Ankush, Ankit in a heartbeat if you're not stepping up. Right? If I think you don't want it as bad, I love you guys, but I will pull a plug on every single one of you, right? And when he wanted to win that Red Bull, he did the same when he had to, right? If the guys weren't stepping up, weren't dedicated enough, he saw a champion and he did. And look at that. Now we have 2 teams. We have a red ball team. We have a green ball team. We're champion in both, man. So let's give a clap for him. He's done a great job as a leader. It's not easy. I always say green ball is easier. Morning games, you're done at 11. Very easy. I can control you. I can send you guys home to eat dinner with your wives. It's not easy for him. So he's done a lot for the team, and he's also sacrificed. In the last 2 years, he hasn't got as much as batting and the things as he deserves. Again, the 2018 champ is still in there. I know that. But he hasn't got that. But you know what? Never complained once. That's the type of champion we're talking about. Without players like this, we're not standing here with 3 stars, 3 P's. So appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Apart from all this, if I talk about your kids, it's going to go on hours and hours.
Thank you guys. First of all, I just want to say thank you to Neil who got me into this lovely team. Neighborhood, look at our boys, man. Thank you so much for having these all brothers actually, right? Thank you, man. Mean it. And guys, so like he said, right? Doing captaincies, it's not an easy part.
Guys, be respectful.
Doing this all stuff, guys, it's not easy. So many hours, so many efforts you gotta do it, and guess what? He's the perfect example for me to doing some extra stuff for my other team as well. Every time I see that, you know what, this is the skill that we always wanted at personal levels, Doing small thing is really, really wonderful, to see this all stuff. But doing it, thinking and doing it is completely different thing, right? But he's always doing it. So he's always good example for me to having it, so many good things to do it for my team, for my players, and it's a lot of other things as well. But yeah, thank you so much for having me, man.
You, man. Without you, we'd not be a champion. Remember that. I will say this and I'll go down swinging. Next one, I know this man gotta go. He hustled hard today, so Harsh, I'll call you. I already got to do a little time today, so I don't want to go on and on. Guys, once again, as I keep talking about it, right? Guys, let's keep the chat a little low, enjoy your drinks and stuff. This man if you like your uniform, you like your clothes, especially last couple of years, not just this year, last couple of years, this is your man. You don't like it, it's also this man.
The short. The yellow short. That's
You don't
on
like
you.
nothing. Also this man. Give me feedback.
tight
I'm passing along. But it's this man, right? But it's not. Look, it's easy to say, oh, I like this or I don't. You know, even from clothes and stuff like standpoint. But think about the love and time he spends. Every logo that's designed, guys. Every logo that's designed nowadays is through this guy, right? He was the AI for me before the AI was the AI.
This is paintbrush. This is Photoshop. That's what it is.
So that's the guy, right? But apart from all this, his main task is be the finisher for Pway Lions. I want everybody to understand that, right? He has so much skills ever since first day. Jane mara jo practice kari ase pehla varsh thi. Ankush knows it, Bhavik knows, Ankit. His skills are better than all of us. આ ઓવરમાં 4-4 છક્કા મારતો પ્રેક્ટિસમાં લાઈક ધીસ બધાને મારતો હતો અંકુશને મારતો મને મારતો હતો ભાવાને બધાને મારતો હતો રાઈટ he was that one guy from day one. I always said કે સૌથી વધારે skills હોય ને તો હર્ષમાં છે છક્કા મારવાની skills, right? But he also understood in this team you might have to do different role, and he has himself took on the tough role of saying કે હું નીચે જઈશ જ્યારે બેટિંગ આવશે ત્યારે આવે I'm going to take the 10 balls, I'm going to score the 20 runs. He's taken on the tough role as a hitter, right? Which is probably the hardest thing to do. When you know you have the skill set to score for an orange cap, like 500, 600 runs, he knows કે હું 200 કરીશ, હું ટીમ માટે કરીશ. ટીમના જે 120 થી 140 લઈ જઈશ, એ હું કરીશ. And on top of that, he's probably the best example. We talk about fitness, we talk about all this. But if we talk about the best inside fielder, that's Harsh. So let's give him a
I was just going to say that. I was actually just going to say that. It might be the best fielder, but the cleanest catches taken are by always him.
The inside fielding, what he does, he is one guy I don't think about. When I'm drawing my wheel, one place I don't think about is where Hirsch stands. Right? It's because how precision he is, how he moves left and right. His hands are ridiculous. You throw a ball at him, it's like fucking eating. It's like, oh. You know? It's probably a bad example, but
It's the only fielding position.
Got you on the camera.
he thinks about a Pokemon.
Fielding position is actually
Yeah.
changing.
That was a
A
bad
position
joke.
where
You
nobody
Yeah.
can goes.
There's one position in fielding that doesn't get changed. It's his spot, right? So, and he's earned that. Initially, trust me, I was against that. I was like, hey, everybody got to move around, split and this and that. But he's redefined that. He's redefined his role with batting. Even this year, I told everybody, they'll get batting chances, this and that. You know what he said? He's like, nah, I'm good. Give me my spot. I get to play a couple balls. So that's the level he's talking about. So appreciate you, Hirsch. Do everything. On top of that, he's efficient, right? That's one thing. I know when we watch RCB games, we say, oh, Kohli scores this. They get to 170, 180. If there's a reason why RCB ever gets to 200, 220, it's because of players like him, right? If Pway gets to 120 to 140, 50, it's because players like him. Efficient players. So appreciate you, Hirsch.
Yes to Pan Ras Topari.
Guys,
One thing, just make me add a trophy next year again on a jacket or whatever you guys get. There you go. Or else we're not getting jack shit.
Room room. One more time for 4th year in a row. All right, so appreciate you, Hirsch.
Yeah, Harsh, we win another trophy, a new round of jackets.
This is a random team, but I'm
Yo,
gonna
this
post-
year, I swear to God, if we win the trophy, I'm going to give NJSBCL a trophy. Kya haal do?
Next one is for one of our OGs, guy. All right, it says SP25. I don't know who that is. If they want to step up. Hey! All right, like I've said in the past, right? The hardest thing in a team is to build a team. And one of the guys that helped me build the team in the initial year is this guy, right? So let's give him a clap for that. Right? If you're thinking about the power play, how does Pway get off to flyer? We talked about for days. When we used to meet initially, we weren't talking about the wife, the kids, the vacation. We're talking about Pway's gonna get 4 and 40, right? That's what we were talking about. So the fact that he's done that, right? Maybe you see a different Sammy right now, but believe me when I say that, this is also the closest Dhoni that I've ever got in Pway Lions. I haven't had another one. I always say, make your runs count, right? A lot of you can stat pad and get runs. I know that. You guys are very skilled players. You guys can skill run. You guys can score run. But this guy scored a run in D2 when we needed him. If we got to Division 1, it's because of a player like him. So let's give him a round of applause for that effort. On top of that, his hands, just like Hirsch. It's been wild since day one. If Sammy gets under the ball, he's taking that catch. So that's the level we're talking about. Sammy's done a lot for the team. It might not be easy for the new guys to understand, but players that's been there since day one, we know what he's meant to the team. I promise you, we would not be here together as a team if it was not for a guy like Sammy. So let's always make sure whenever we see him, it's easy to say, hey, maybe you're not in your best days today. But trust me, without him, we would not be in our best days. So let's appreciate guys like him. Champion.
Don't be surprised.
शेरवानी सूट बूट બધું લઈ આવશે. Don't be surprised. 6 દિવસના કપડા લઈ આવશે. જોરદાર બનાવ્યું લેપટોપ. લેપટોપ છે તો લેપટોપ આવશે.
એની મારી આવશે ડ્રિંકિંગ પીવું
તારા ઓછા પડે કીધું. Next one, I got my hand on the back. It's K21, our newest member. Let's give him a round of applause. Karan Amin. Guys, Ankush, later. All right, guys. You can doubt me for anything, right? One thing you will never doubt me is for my recruiting ability, right? If you guys are here, I think 90% of you are recruited by me directly. I am not one of those captains that say, hey, lie. I'm going to be like, let me see your boy myself, right? I got eyes on you. If you are in this team, it's because you got my approval, right? You can call me dictator, you can call me Jai Shah, you can call me whatever you want. One thing I tell you is nobody's getting in this team without my approval, and I'm very firm about that, right? If I ever lose captainship, one thing I would love to keep is my ability to recruit, right? Because it's not just a team, it's my family, right? I want to make sure anybody that comes into my family is pretty checked, right? And Karan has shown that by being loyal to this team, right? Before this, we have 3 other teams. We have the Spartan Red, we have the other Spartan, and we have Pway Cubs. He joined all 3, right? He made sure he was good. He didn't show loyalty to anybody else. He showed loyalty to this team. On top of that, he's performed for Spartans, right? He's shown that he can step up. He's not just a piece. He could be the piece. He played in the semi-final in Spartans. He's shown he take catches. Fielding for me is upmost, and he's shown that. So if I recruit a player like that, you goddamn believe he's gonna become something special, right? I've made sure none of my player goes to waste, and I told him the same thing. That when a year down, 2 years down, you're gonna look at me and you say, man, now I'm special too. I am one of you guys, and that's my promise to you, Karan. That when you look in 2 years, you're gonna say, "Damn, man, this is how it feels now to be a champion. This is how it feels to be a Pway Lion," and I'm sure he's gonna feel that. So let's make sure, you know. And I also tell you, just like Raj, there's gonna be a lot of sacrifices. You know, it might not be as steady and might not be as easy, but when it comes, you already told me you started to feel it, right? It's gonna feel to 10x, 10 max. So appreciate you. You know, you gotta come bring these trophies, man.
Yes, you guys.
You gotta be the one.
Cheers to the first left-hander in First ever left-hander.
ફરી તો બેટ્સમેન ના કહેવાય.
મારે એક સવાલ હતો લાઈક મને તો અંકુશ લાવ્યો રાઈટ ટીમમાં.
Oh shit. આ ગ્લેન્ડ બોલે.
આને બોલાવ
ને પીવડાય તું. I'm coming. It's okay. You want to say?
એવડી બોલતો હે. સમજો ને બેન.
Yo guys, I'm telling you, you fucked up in this game. I'm gonna cut that. Fucked up in the game. એ ટીમ વાળા પીવો હતા.
ઓ એવું કર્યું.
Counter. આવું કરી દીધું તે.
સોરી નીલ.
PD, Ankush, Neil, I'm looking forward to be, bond better with brothers. Yeah. I'm brothers with Ankush, PD, Saggy, Raj, all those. But I'm looking forward to, bond with all of you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Work hard. Bro.
Yes, with you, rich guy.
No, appreciate it. Karan again. God, this guy's not here, but VP23, Bao used all the veto last year. One guy. I didn't say that. Come collect his at least okay. Come collect. You ain't gotta take it, I'm gonna throw it in the back here. Right, I'll take it. That's recorded.
We need.
Guys, I'm gonna say,
Why didn't he go?
Guys, I'm just gonna say one thing, right? When we invest in player, it's not for that season or for the next season, right? We got far sight for that. I at least do, I'll tell you that. Right? So when he brings a player, again I'm gonna tell you, he does not get in the team without my eyes and my approval. So if he got in the team, it's because there's a reason for that. Right? So you might, again, he said he's busy with work, I understand, that's a different story, comes first, right? But if you see him in the team, you goddamn believe it's for long term. If I invested in a guy, it's for long term. He's 20 something. And he can muscle that ball farther than me and Bobby combined. Right? So I'm sure he got a lot of power. And whenever the right time is, I don't need him to deliver 5 chips. I need him to give me 1. And I'm sure he will. So we got players like that as well. So let's appreciate players like that.
He played like how IPL players are playing right now.
Yeah.
The way he's playing last year, the people are playing like that right now.
Yeah.
You know.
No, he'll come there. We need to.
Alright, next one.
Oh,
It's another X Factor. Yo, one of the clutchest player we have in the team. And he gets it. We got one of our primary bowler.
Jao.
Alright guys, with guys, one of the things I say Udit Bhai, the first time I saw him, I mean we used to play badminton with some friends and you know we used to meet every now and then. Then I saw him when I used to play hardball in nets and I saw him bowl and I saw the fire in his eyes again. Just the fire in the eye that I see and I'm like, man, that guy is a lion. You know, I reached out to me. He's like, "मैं खुदा tennis ball रहा हूँ." I'm like, "नाकता आड़े से ना बोलो."
You know what he told me? You know what he told me? मैंने कहा सियाल जो बीजो मानस मली गए.
हाँ, ले लो. मैं चले सियाल गमे जे. He's like, हाँ, मैंने बोला मैं. फिर ये वो अच्छे. You know, batting आड़े से ऊपर दी. So the fact that you know.
Bowling में नहीं हो, nature wise.
Yeah.
Bowling तो बची हमें.
Exactly. So you know that's another big thing. I know. Try मूर्ति वाला. तो आई गई हमें तू बोल
से.
So once again, for Udit Bhai, one thing I'm gonna say is this man has never seen Pway fail. What I'm trying to say is ever since we got this guy, we have not missed a final. So let's give a clap for that, okay? He joined us in 2017 before COVID. And after COVID, we still haven't missed the final, right? So, Udit Bhai, you know, it's not easy. I'm always going to say it's not easy to get in this team. Especially after the 2018 we became champion, it's never been easy. It's always become harder. But this man fit that role perfectly. And bowling, to become a bowler in Pway Lions, I'm telling you, it's almost impossible. If you become a full-time bowler in Pway Lions, I'm salute to you. You just don't need skills, you need a million other things. He's the only guy that's become a permanent bowler just on his skills to bowl in Pway Lions after the 2018 season, right? So just think about that, right? Remember that 2021 when we were getting whacked by Jersey boys? Who came and saved us? It was this man. Imagine losing that. You are not talking about the 3-peat. If we lost that match, we would have given 150 fucking runs in the final, the best bowling unit. But you know who saved us? Is that man. So always remember that. If you ever think about 3-peat, he's the one that saved us, right? On top of that, he made sure we got a couple more stars added. So appreciate Udit Bhai. On top of that, he's an MVP player in the Division 1 in hardball. So the fact that he's able to come in bat at number 9, 10, 11 shows how humble he is as a person. It's not easy. Right? To Virat Kohli ko ke tu khali bowling na. Batting to hamara jod che. Right? That's how it is. We're telling Virat Kohli who can bowl ke tu bowling na. Batting to hame kar le. Right? So the fact that for a person to accept that is a big thing. And he's able to accept that. He understands what the game requires. And you know, he knows. He trusts his system, I'm sure. And he'll get his turn as well. But the fact that he's delivered chips like that, you got to be man for the love I have for the bowlers, especially the new ones, whoever comes in the future. Man, I tell you guys, bowling in Pway Lion is probably the hardest thing to do because you are set at an unfair standard. 4 and over, 3 and over. That is not realistic. But this man has achieved that. So appreciate you, Udit Bhai. Appreciate you being a anything, Udit Bhai?
तो सो बोलो वैसा तो बोले ना बोलो
Udit Bhai.
We didn't get there, it sucks, but next one, alright, I'm gonna fucking just pick what I got now, alright? I'm getting a little tipsy, so I'm enjoying it now, enjoying the wife. Alright. Alright, this brother has me. This brother, I want you to pay attention to this one, alright? It's so special. This brother has been with me since day one, alright? This is the only man that if you put me on a lie detector, I will say he's more clutcher than me, okay? He's the only man. I give him the title of the GOAT. Hey! Let's go. I'll finish the intro. A quick little intro on how we met. We met at a White Castle. Some guy was ringing. After Garba. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. That's how we started. And we go inside. And Ronak comes, yo, I'm excited about the season. I'm like, alright, Ronak, we're building this new team. It's going to be pretty exciting. Alright, what are the 3 players you bring in? He's like, this guy, Ankush and Sam. Oh, fuck. Ankush, that guy? I'm like, fuck. I just cursed him out. Like, fuck. That was our first conversation ever. Think about that. That was our first conversation, okay? He missed the first game, but
before that I told him one thing. I'll only play with your team if you only put 11 people that deserve to play. The day you tell me that this guy has to play because he's my relative, I'm not going to play in the team. That's the only way I will.
Guys, believe it or not, I swear to God, we're talking about D2, and that's the thing he said. This was Division 2, and that's what he said. He said Taram chitti now, and I remember the exact word. He said chitti now, I don't know Rami. I'm like, oh, macho player of the chitti. Okay, that's what I told him. But man, ever since I saw him first, you guys do not understand the value of this man. His 24 ball was like a gold dust. It was his 24 balls to save us. Okay, if there was one man that from his performance alone brought us to Division 1, it's because of this man, alright? So let's give a clap for the 24 fucking balls that I got every match, right? In that final, right? In that final, first Division 2 final, 50 run mara tha. That's low as hell. I'm sure if you guys chasing 50, it's pretty easy now. He made a hell for them. He made sure that wicket up pade and 4 over ma 2 run alata in that Division final. Right? We talked after the game. I'm like, Anku sara jabba hari gaya na, maza aaya jeeti gaya to. He's like, Division 1 jeeti. Think about that. This is before. This is second year coming in. He's like, jeeti so abre chinna na kari. And funny enough that we get into the 2018 final, we got 70 on board. If you practically think, it's not that far from 50. We said this guy said, nah, come na jeete. Sitter mara ja, joye come na sitter mara. He made sure that he was the Division 1 MVP. Let's give a round of applause for that 2018. On top of that, that we spar chauhati and we had PD, he was the only man that was left. He made sure with his batting, he pulled us through. Right? So that was 2018. Now we come into 2021 after COVID. Right? We were chasing 70 against Legend.
Concussion.
Yeah. 2021, pretty easy chase.
I do remember your sixes though.
But he was there. 70, pretty easy chase, right? Pretty easy chase. We lost 20 per 4. Me, Saggy, Ronak, Fadro, we get out. We needed a man to save. Apparently, our cornerstone of the middle of our wasn't there. You know what we needed? A man to step up. Guess who stepped up that day with batting?
You're welcome.
Ankush stepped up. He did his best now.
He went to bed because I had concussion.
Yeah, maybe you feel alive. We would have lost.
Okay.
That's right. But think about that. Hey, the US, તમે 22 લોકો મૂકો ને, એમના batting skills મૂકો ને. He was probably not in top 15. 22 લોકોને તમે મૂકો ને કે આ 22 batsmen છે. Pick your best 15 batsmen. You would not be it. Guess who was the best batsman that day? This man stepped up when the pressure was at its highest. The 2021 final, right? So let's give him a clap for that knock, right? One of the chips, if you ever see it around here, it's because of this man. He made sure they never got tough for the tailenders. So appreciate you on top of this. He's been the best bowler for us for years to come. I know he's not the vice captain, he's not the captain, he's not the manager, but in my heart, he's the leader that this Pway has. So let's give him a clap for the leader. Go ahead, Bob.
Sometimes we tell him to not become so cocky, but you know, it just comes naturally when you become champion. In 2021, after the speech delivered, He told we will dominate. We will dominate.
Guess what happened? I want you to say what happened next 2 years.
We got 2 more champions.
It's not about one trophy, guys. It's about us, right? I feel like if we don't want it, to jarisu. If we want it, this is nowhere to go. I see the prime in everyone. I see everyone doing wonders. Doc is still bowling faster. You bowling great. He's becoming an all person. This guy has all the skills. We have Deep, Shri who are like gunning into the bowling. So it's ours to lose, okay? Just work hard. Let's win again.
Let's do it up with the goal.
Yo, you guys अंदर पेलू हसे जो तो अंदर टाइट वाइट मुक्की छे complimentary you can have
Alright, next one is for one of my favorite players right now.
Manager.
Right? He's probably one of the more skilled players right now we have in this league. Guys, he's probably one of the most. If I have to put one guy that's going to become an MVP next 3 years out of all of you combined, that is one guy I'm going to put my money on, right? That is the vice captain. That is the manager, and that is one of the best players. There are not a lot of players, guys, that I'm going to look and I'm going to say, I see myself in him, right? When I say that about Deep, I see that grind. I see the time he's gonna put in. Trust me, I love all of you guys, but I don't see you intensity enough, right? I don't see you guys grinding, but when I see him grind, if you see, trust me, if you see his bowling be ace, if you see his batting be ace, it's because what he's done over the last 2 years. I've seen him over Wednesdays. I've seen him in the nets. I've seen him grind. I promise you. There's one guy that's going to become MVP out of you guys. That's going to be this guy. Because he hustles, he shows up to every practice, and I promise you, like I said, he's going to become one of the best bowlers in this league. He's going to become one of the best batsmen in this league. I'm sure most of you guys will be surprised that you haven't seen him. I see him on a weekly basis. When I say he's going to be the best player in this league in 5 years, I promise you that. So let's give a round of applause for him. On top of that, he makes sure he does all the voluntary stuff. He's the youngest, and he does the voluntary stuff.
That's true.
That's a sign of a leader, right? You guys are all older. None of you ask me, oh, can I get ice? Can I get this? Who asked? He has the sign of a leader. Deep, I promise you, the day you or Sri are better players than me, I will hand over this PWI captainship to you guys because you guys deserve it, right? I always say whoever works the hardest, whoever wants the baddest, deserves to get that. And he works the hardest, and at this point, I've seen him in practice, he wants the baddest. I'm telling you, if you are a Pway Lions player and you want to be in that 11, if there is a one man you should be scared of, is this man. And I mean it from bottom of my heart. You might clap right now, you might laugh right now, but when that September comes, you will know why I'm saying this, okay? And I do not say that about a lot of players, and I say about this guy, okay? You guys saw her trailer in Legends game. He got 20 runs. Well, if that was not the trailer, if I tell you he's ready, I genuinely mean he's ready, right? If I'm giving him the opportunities and if I'm giving him the responsibility, it's because he's ready, right? So if he's next, he's ready to be in the line. And I promise you that. So let's give him the respect. Good job. On top of that, on top of Pway Lions, he takes a lot of responsibility. Pway Cubs as well, right? We have a new team, obviously. He takes a lot of responsibilities voluntarily. A lot of them, I'm not giving direction. Trust me, these guys are voluntarily taking that. So you deserve everything, man. I know you got a bright future in 5 years. Like I said, 3 years, you're going to be MVP in this D1. Right?
That's right.
Anything you want to say?
Yeah. I mean, thank you for all the praises, but that's all in practice.
That's okay. Believe in yourself.
That's when I will be deserving of all of that. So until then, I guess I'm still not a lion yet.
No, you're a lion, bro. Yeah, you're a lion.
Nah, until I show it on the field.
That's a killer right there.
That's not it yet. And then,
I love it. I love it. That's a killer right there. I can't wait till you see that. Oh man. Next one.
हमारा कैप्टन है. Come on.
Next one. You know, the drop shot prince himself.
पीतो क्या नहीं?
Let's be. If I say if Pway has a future, this man is. Sri. Close this thing. I don't want to go on.
Oh, captain.
You know, it's. I'm gonna say just like you said, Saggy, can do batting, man. How many of you physically have a capability of hitting a drop shot? Raise your hand. Hit a drop shot. You know why? Y'all bitches. That's one reason. Second, the will, the athleticism, okay? The commitment. Ankush, one thing I must say, okay, you know one thing I must say to start off, get the shit pretty intense. If there is one fielder ever in my last 10 years, I have looked in the eyes and said, you might be a better fielder than me, is this man. Let's give him a clap for that. One time in my life, you know, I love Kid Bar, I love all great fielders out there.
He don't drop nothing.
If there is one guy I've ever said in my life that says, man, I think he's the best fielder. See? So if there is one guy, and I must say, fielding is the only thing that shows willpower. Everything else, talent, whatever. Fielding is one thing that shows will. I can teach you batting, I can teach you bowling. Mana mahino alo tamne batting sikhwad de, tamne bowling sikhwad de. Tamne lucky nalu waras alo tamne fielding kadak nahi sikhwadi yago. Because that shit requires will, that shit requires determination. So when I see a man that feels in the same atmosphere as I do, I see a legend right there, right? I see him grind, and I've talked to gym sessions with him. We used to go to gym together. He's been with me since day one. And when I say every knowledge I have passed on to this man, intentionally or unintentionally, right? That is why he's the captain of Pway Cubs. He has everything. I don't need to give him no direction. This guy knows what to do. You know, he's built a successful team out of that too. It's not easy to launch a team, get a bye week, be one of the best in the league, right? He's done that. So let's make sure, I'm telling you, same thing I've said, if Deep or Sri are ever ready, if they become, in my heart, if I ever feel that they become better player than me, or they are willing to spend more time than me, I will give over the reins, right? Because they are that ready. So, but Sri, I really appreciate you. At this point, you're probably the best fielder in the league. And trust me, coming from me, I mean, you know, I do not say that often, you know. I promise you, I'm a looking man, say, you know, but at this point, you know, he's that savage. He's a killer. He has that awareness. He has the captain mindset. Trust me. You put him into any team, he can make them instant contender. When I tell you that,
he did.
Hardik Pandya, bro. He's our Hardik Pandya.
No, I'm gonna test some Hardik Pandya today. Don't worry about that. But no. So Sri's done a lot of, you know, he's like I said, I've given him a lot of knowledge and stuff like that. But one thing I'll ask you guys is please respect him. Anytime he asks for something, it's a captain asking. It's like young Neil asking for you something, right? Maybe you didn't believe in young Neil. You know what he became. So starts another young Neil, right? He's ready. He's probably better, right? At this point, he's better batsman. He's better ready. He's better fielder. He's better than I ever was. So make sure we give him the respect whenever he's ready. If he asks you to do something, he's not one of the players that's asking you, right? Aaj hame lewa gaya. Tame koye kidhu jode aao. I didn't ask him. એને કીધું હું આવ જોડે. He has a leadership quality. He's a born leader. You might don't let age define you. Dhoni was probably like 30 when he lead that 2011 World Cup. Yeah, Sachin, Sehwag, all the boys. That's who won that chip for them. Mahi, right? He's that leader, right? He's that. So appreciate you, Sri, being that. You know, future's in a safe hand for Pway. Believe me when I tell you, I was looking for that future. I would look around the league to say, man, hey, where are those Neils and Bhavik and Ankush? Let me look around. And you know what? I found two. Right in the group. You know what? I am 0% looking now. You know what? I'm like, ready. Am I ready now? Ali there. That's the level we're at. So appreciate you, brother. You know, let's get some things. Even for Pway Cubs, one of the thing I'll say is Pway Cubs at the end of the year one was a better team than Pway Lions at the end of year one. Right? Pway Lions barely made it to playoffs. And then we ended up going to the finals. Pway Cubs killed their way to the playoffs, right? Year two, I already saw them grinding. They're going to be a better team than we were, Pway Lions, you know, and in year two. Never compare Pway Lions and Pway Cubs. There's a 10-year gaps. Year 1, you were better. Pway Cubs were better. Not you, you're lying too. But Pway Cubs were better. And year 2, I already see Pway Cubs are better, right? Think about the trajectory, right? If the guys are willing to work hard, you will get the result, right? If they're not, that's just part of how life is. But make sure, you know, you continue to push them. You have the torch in your hand. And hopefully, you know, like I said, you bring a couple of the golden chips. So
Hey, you guys are like part of like another.
Ankush has seen a
legendary team,
trailer.
right?
Ankush has seen.
You guys are like part of Pway Lions too, you know,
Yes.
like, you know, there's a lot of people around you who can share information of how to kind of just get better. And I see you guys grinding. I see each one of you at practice. So that's a good thing. That's what you want to see.
Yep.
You know, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, Pway practices were 4 hours long.
I know.
Okay.
Every day.
We had Nessar coming out, fucking out of the gate bowling to us, you know. So that was back in the day. Now, you know, now we have some leeways and everything, you know. People are like letting us slide, but it's good. You should put in that work hard. Nothing's gonna come to you.
I just want to say a couple of things too, right? So, first of all, you know, handing the torch and all that stuff, that's okay. But as we've always been saying, you know, no Neil, no Pway. So until he's there, you know, we're all there until he's there, right? So first of all, that give a round of applause to Neil. He's been sick for like the last week, right?
Yeah.
Didn't show up to work because he was very sick. So got everything here, got all this stuff together, planned everything. So please give a round of applause to that. And yeah, guys, just be patient with everything, right? Like I've stayed patient for the past 10 years. I'm sure my time will come. I'll make it count. But all the Pway Cubs guys too, right? Just be patient, trust yourself, and I think we'll do something great one day for sure.
Let's give a round, right? Guys, this guy got bye week. Like when I say bye week, remember they were the 3rd highest net run rate in the entire league, 2nd or 3rd highest. Pway Lions were nowhere in top 10 first year. So the fact that what they did, let's appreciate that, right? And the sad thing is, I would love to say me, Ankit bhai, Yash killed it. We didn't. मैं 150 ही उधर रहने लगा हमारा. And the fact that we did that, so you know, it's the team that did it. So appreciate it. All right. Last guy, you know, I don't like my VC that much, but you know, I gotta call him whenever he's here. Right. So you know, yeah. So as you guys know, the first day I saw him, he was playing for another team. He was practicing with us only, but again, when I see the fire in their eyes, man, I'm telling you, I'm chasing players. When I see a lion, fire, believe me if I tell you, I'm chasing for that because I was always trying to build something special. I was 20 years old, but I knew what I was chasing for, right? I'm 30 now almost, but at 20 I knew what I wanted, right? Build something special here. Build a brotherhood. More than a team, I wanted to build a brotherhood. And you know what? You need a person that's gonna help build that with you. So, but at the same time, the biggest thing about this guy, I'll tell you that, bro. You can come a little closer. You know, you don't have to get out. You know, I know you're not. You know, you look like Kunal Pandya.
Come on, disrespect, bro.
No, but the biggest. There's only one player I will say in the whole Pway fraternity, Lions and Cubs, that have got better every single year is this man, right? And that's determination, right? You can have the skills and everything, but every year to get 10% better, 10% better, 10% better, 10 years down, you're 100% better than what you were, right? And this man, right? When I looked at him, he was a fast bowler. How many times you seen ball? Exactly! Right? You was a fast bowler! You won't believe me. You know what Bhavik used to play? Bhavik, you want to tell him where were your initial shots? Offside! Cover drive!
I actually forgot pull and stuff. I used to play a lot of pull shots when I was in there. But with the gap there, you know, you get when you come here and not play, and then I totally forgot. He came to watch the Division 2 game and he's like, yo, why don't you pull? I'm like, bro, it's out of my zone right now.
Bob was playing covers and offside. I'm like, ball, एक साथ मारने क्या हम नहीं? ताकि मन नहीं आड़ दूँ. And look at him. Now he's torching every single bowling lineup. Yeah. If you last year, did you know one fact about him? He didn't get out in playoffs. How many of you guys did know that?
I think you told me about it, but
But think about that.
I didn't know
Playoff, your number 4 does not get out. Think about that. That means you're pretty good. If your number 4 does not get out in playoffs, you're pretty fucking lit. You know? Yes. And last year final, were you there? 50, almost 50, 47, something. Played his best knock in the playoffs, right? one of the best playoff performer. What I say about Bhavik as a playoff performer, so you have to kill him to get him out. He does not get out, right? On top of that, he just does not want batting. You know what he said last year? Bowling, I'm ready. That's his mindset. You win a winner. You win a winner in your team, not just with cricket, in life. That's a winner right there, right? Let's give him a clap right there. There's a reason he was picked #1 today in the draft. If there is a, I didn't tell these guys what the games are. I didn't tell them anything. I just told them there are games. Pick your guys. I didn't tell them it's about money. I didn't tell them about the game. It's about freaking running, strength. I didn't tell them anything. I just said it's game. Who did they pick? They picked somebody they thought is a winner. The mindset. He's the most competitive guy we have. You know? So, the one thing I'll say,
Until now.
you better catch yourself today. You know, one thing I'll say is, you know, this guy is an absolute killer. He might, you know, be the nicest guy. He is the nicest guy. We chill. He's like, kasu bole nahi aita. Game man agai kar. Jo. Game man agai karo. Aaj karjo. How say what type of person he is. You know, he's a winner. He wants to compete. And that's the level I see. When I see a vice captain, I see who wants as bad as I do. So gare kone gerje ne haru. Mare haru. I cannot sleep. I weekend hu nahi hungo. Hu haris to nahi hungo ara. Mara joda kon nahi hunga. I'm looking at that guy. Am I looking at you guys saying, Mara jode kon nahi hungo ara? Avi, he's not gonna sleep. I know he's gonna be awake. He's gonna call me. Chapter kem hare aaja. No, for real. That's the type of winner I'm looking for, right? And his leadership skills too. If you thought I'm a leader today, he pushes me. Every weakness I have, he makes sure he covers. That's what a vice captain is, right? If a leader's lacking something, he's like, nah, well, let's do this. Where's this? Where's that? He makes sure. So he made me a better captain, I'll tell you that. He's probably the best vice captain we can get in a PWL Alliance. So let's give him a clap for that.
He is a very good leader, but he probably made you the best captain.
He did.
You know, he's that kind of guy.
I said that.
He made you a very good captain.
I said that. Any skills I was missing, Bao made sure directly, indirectly, he instilled that. Anything I slack, Bao, like we can't slack.
Give some credit to OpenAI today, okay? Let's give a big
Bao was before.
OpenAI, okay.
No. Let's not get there. No. And I don't know if you have any more to give, but the only thing I'll say, man, if there was a couple times I probably woke up as a captain and as a leader is when we lost, right? When that 2016 Division 2 final we lost, I wanted to be a winner. I saw those guys celebrate, and I'm like, I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate, right? Next time we lost on the last ball where I misfielded. You know what I said? I'm going to be the best fielder in this league. And you know what? Fuck the fielding. Close game cam gaye. That's what was my mindset. Ke chilla ball udi game cam gaye. I'm going to make sure ke koi da chilla ball udi game nahi gaye. And you know the third time I woke up as a player, you know something tricked in me? Was when we lost that quarterfinal. I saw these two men cry. And if these two guys cry, they give up. And I saw both of them in the parking lot cry. And that's the day I decided I'm going to be a champion. Not for me. I'm going to be champion for them. You know, because I cannot see them cry. I'm younger. These guys are wiser. They're everything more. But one thing I can't see, my brothers cry. That day I saw them cry, I was like, every excuse, fuck everything, you know what? We're gonna win this fucking thing next year. Guess what happened? That's what we ended up winning this fucking bitch. And you know what? That was the last time we were not in the final. And this is 20, what is it about? 20, fucking 4, right? 5 years later. Last time we were not in the final was 2017. That was the day these guys cried. That was the last time we were in the final. I want to make sure, guys, if we're together.
No way, that's true?
That is true.
That is.
You know what, see?
We skipped 2020 in NJCL, but we won in NJPCL.
You know how crazy that sounds? Think about that. 2017 was the last time we were not in the final. If I try, you were not married, you didn't have kids, and a lot of things.
Things
you know
have changed.
What? Things have changed, but it's okay. You know, one of the things I'll take pride in how I'm able to adapt as a captain. I didn't treat you like how you're 20. I understood. He's different at 25. I understood he's different at 30. And I'm okay with it. And my job as a captain is to adapt. My team age is not 22 no more. He's got kids. He's 30, 35 maybe. You know, right now it's 30 because of Sri Deep and them, right? But the key is make sure, you know, we continue, you know, stick together. We can drop these again and again. I control nothing, but just brotherhood. You guys are together today not because of championship. It's because of the brotherhood. Because we want to be together. So let's make sure, you know, let's stay together. That's the only thing I ask. Can we stay together? I'm not maja karichu, bau karichu. Like I said, why do I video record? I'll tell you why I video record, okay? I'm gonna tell you one reason. Maybe sometime you are like, he's being extra. I'm sure. Some of you muffed it. I'm sure.
They already probably commented.
Yeah. I'm sure.
That's a lot of work though.
Yes.
It is.
But- hold on.
Did you -5 with that guy?
Guys. The last thing I said, you know why we record? Anybody want to give answer on that? I know I look good, but apart from that, memories. That is the only thing I've been consistent since day one. You know why? Before this video recording came, while we were playing that semi-final, you know everybody they texted me, Neil got recording, does it? That's all, every single one of them. I promise. Believe me, they khabar hoy ke nahi, but they all called me and said, "Kale ase video kale ase." I remember that excitement in you guys, and you know what I promised my dad? Aaj jeetiye ke na jeetiye. Next year the video recording does it. That was my promise to myself because I saw the excitement in you guys, and I saw how you guys love it, and I do it for memories. Maybe today you guys might not realize. 10 years later, you'll be like, man, maja aa gaya tha. Ankush at 20 was 30 was good. Abhi do that.
Vice captain,
but at one point, you might say, wow, I look cuter, I look younger, I'm better now for Joel or some of the guys. You know, but no.
He fucking knows I'm fucking dying.
Hey, what a smack!
Guys. But that's the point, right? Guys, beneath, you get in trouble. You're gonna get yellow card. You wanna see what yellow card?
Oh, yellow card. Oh,
I ain't gonna say much. I always got a process, but that's why we video record, right? From memory. When your kids wanna see something, you wanna see something for your dad? Show me what you got, PD. What you got for your dad? Your dad play cricket? He did something? What you got? What you got, Herschel? Your dad did something? Come here. Your dad said?
kids.
Make kids? That's it? What you watching?
That's it.
You see?
Hell no.
Don't go there.
Harsh? Joel? Dini? When your kids see this, they're gonna be proud of you. I'm being honest. My dad played almost state level. You know what? When he talks cricket, I can't see him. My dad plays state level, and I'm telling you that. Kali video clip karo and you guys will have videos forever, eternity. You guys get old. Video bhuli ja 2015 na photo jo to khush thai.
I say one thing. We actually get random emails from people following our YouTube saying like, oh, you know, we follow your games and stuff, and we're a big fan of blah 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 whatever. He's got it. I got it recently. So you know. There are people who actually see it.
I've seen the comments too.
Yeah, but
No, they do.
I don't. Guys, I just want to say, guys, I want to say, I don't need million people to follow. But if there is next PD, if there is next Ankush, Pway, Sri, if there's 5 guys like that that get motivated, they create their own PV family, how beautiful life will be. That's what I cheer for. That's why I tell these guys, I don't give a fuck. That's why if you see video recording, let it play. We'll just put it out there. Worst case scenario, your kids will say, thank God, Neo, you recorded this. I see how my dad looked at 30. How we behaved at 30. How we drank at 30. Right? So let's make sure we appreciate that. Don't shy away. Main chalu kari dun. That trust me. The only guys that was supported it was PD. Everybody else was like, photo nahi pada, video nahi pada, khali su kara karu. Look at now. I wish ke main vela chalu kariyo. I would love to see myself at 15, 16, how I talk. I don't have that. You know what? It's a myth. I can just say it. I don't have it. you know what? I have it from 2019 going forward. I'm gonna have it till next 10 years now. So when we have that on, let's make sure we appreciate it. Yes, I will. But I'm saying, guys, let's just make sure we at least have it out there. Be appreciative. You know, say tama je bolo, we appreciate, we enjoy that. And that's a critical element as well, right? I do that. There's a reason for that. So. Apart from this, the only thing I'll say is for Pway Lions as a team, you know, we talked about everybody's jackets and stuff, and bags and stuff. If you didn't get a bag and jacket, probably you didn't pay for it. You know, that's what it is. Buddy,
Speech. I'm not speech.
Sammy demanding Bao's speech. Go ahead, Bao.
Neil, how to speech also?
Bhavik, come on, bro.
Bhavik, please.
Come on, Baba. Oi, એને જેટલું કીધું એટલું 20 મિનિટ તારે એની હારો બોલવાનું.
No, I'll just say, you know, this guy has a vision. Sometimes, like, you know, the camera thing, right? When he told me that he wants to start recording, I'm like, bro, extra with the picker on you, right? I told him that literally, but he has that thing, like, I don't know, he could see like 4 or 5 years, you know, from the, when we were like winning that 2018, he's like, Joje, next few years, there will be teams who are gonna merge and break apart, you know, if we keep winning, and it actually happened. A lot of teams apart. There were teams that merged together, we kept winning, they are breaking apart, you know, so there are things that he actually envisioned and, you know, they happen, right? The camera thing is like, you know, it's great. Like, I was camera shy, like, I just run away from that, right? Now, you know, we are also comfortable that we talk, you know, share memories, like he said, and every time you see those clips, you know, he cursing me out, I don't know what I'm playing in there, things like that, you know, they're recorded, so you can see that any time that you want, you know? But it's great. And the reason I have been this kind of player that I am right now is because of Pway Lions. If I was playing in a different team, I may not have been this better.
Team?
Any other team. Any other team. You were a legend from beginning. So Taru but those. Nah, I'll take you there. No, I mean, those players that, you know, they're looking for growth and stuff, this is the perfect team environment because there are expectations. Certain times, you know, we expect a lot from batting or bowling, right? So that might like put a lot of pressure on you. You may not be able to execute, but trust me, if you keep working hard over time, you'll see that growth is there. It's because of Pway Lions. It's because how the team environment is. We share a lot of emotions in there. Like he said, you know, we laughed, we cried at times. That's the reason that we have this many people together. Even though everyone had commitment, Hirsch, you know, Ronnie had a kid recently, Choxy, they're still coming here, right? They're all making time. Why? Because we all love this team. And this is the only reason we'll keep moving forward and we'll winning championships.
I just have a few things to say, guys.
For you guys.
Guys, so this is a little bit for Neil too, right? There's a lot of things that are going on in his mind from last year where he got married. So first of all, congratulations, you know, that thing happened. Second of all, he puts in a lot of effort, right? Like he talks to people, he talks to each individual of you, you know, whether you're playing, you're not playing, you're getting better or you're not getting better, or like, are you coming or not, whatever, you know. There's people that here like playing leagues like hardball, like Doc is playing hardball, but he's trying to communicate, you know, that's very transparent with him. Again, you know, him and Bhavik are talking stuff, putting into the picture. At the end of the day, we all here trust their process. All we gotta do is just trust in them, like we've been doing, you know. We've got 4 trophies, we've been, like, you know, we've been getting whatever they've been saying. So whatever they say, you know, just go with that benefit of the doubt. Don't doubt them, don't second judge them, or don't even think about yourself. At that point, think about it as a team. You know, whatever decision they make is for the team 100%. So, you know, never ever bring that thought. Now, I'm gonna leave that thing first. I'm gonna clap that. I just want to say, I don't know if I get an opportunity again or not, but I just want to say one thing. We have a lot of people here. Doctor plays for hardball, he plays hardball, you know, you guys play. There's something in this team that I feel like he also commits as much as I do, you know. He probably sees that in this team, okay? We all, even you guys, Cubs, so this is something that you guys need to probably adapt, you know. Count it, if I had a team like Pway Lions in the first year, that was blessings for me, okay? You guys are very nice, you know, you guys are putting in the effort, but all I'm trying to say is, guys, when you win a lot, people talk shit about you, okay? And when people talk shit about you, they talk shit about not only you, but only him. We are brothers. We gotta stay together. We don't listen to bullshit. We don't like kind of, you know, koi na chadawana nahi. You know, don't just get into it. 4 years in the road, people are tired, bro. Loko bolwana che. Every year aa loko jeete che. Every year aa loko jeete che. You know, every time people are gonna find ways to break you. You're not trying to defend that. You're just trying to get more stronger. You know, the bond that I have had with you was different 3 years ago. But today, my bond with you is different. You know, we connect off the field for various reasons, you know. I might connect with Doctor for various reasons. I may be connecting with Herschel a lot of reasons. Herschel's been here, what, already 2 hours. Nobody said a word to him. Because you know it's going to come back to you. So things have changed. Our bonds are changing. Let's try and get stronger and stronger. There is nothing from the outside that can come to our heads. Okay? And then everything else, leave it to these guys. As simple as that.
It's actually not coming, so nothing has affected us.
Yes, so all I'm trying to say is, before we start the season, let's not get cocky. Look, if you really want to get cocky, we've been cocky, fuck it, we've been cocky. But we've been doing this shit. We know the process. To be cocky, you gotta do this. If you don't do this, then you can be cocky. We've been winning it, so we're staying cocky. If we don't win, we'll reduce, you know, we'll not be cocky. But I'm gonna be cocky, I don't care. 4 years, 5 years, you just told me 2017 is the last year. So all I'm saying is stay together, guys. Don't let other people say shit to you. Because after a point, people will start hating you. You know, that is the reality of the fact. If you go and look at the major teams that have been successfully being good, they are hated because they're too good. You know, Patriots or Mumbai Indians or Chennai or Man City, all these teams, they're not bad teams. You know, they're hated because they're too fucking good.
That's right.
How do we stay together? That's their things to discuss, man. Our things are to just focus on our job. Again, do what we gotta do, bro. That's it.
The last thing I'll say. Yo, you guys trust me as leader?
Of course.
Yes. You guys trust me?
Blindly, bro.
As a captain, you know, as a captain, you guys trust me?
Yes, sir.
I got it, guys.
That's
Believe me, if there was the easiest time to lead Pway Alliance, that was today. Harder was in the past. So if I tell you, give me a second. If I was, you the person, I told you.
Come on, bro.
No, for real. The hardest time for me to be a leader was in the past. Because I didn't fucking have this to prove. Okay? I didn't have this shit to show you guys. You know what? I got Ronnie Lao, Troxy Lao. I got lined up, right?
Now you got
as a champion, I don't need to give you justification why I'm the best leader in this league. I could just put trophies.
Now you got 2, bro.
But honestly, I'm never gonna use that as the reason why I'm the champion, right? How I'm the good leader, right? If you guys believe in me, just continue to believe. I would have said the same thing at table empty hot, and there was no trophy, nothing, because I got the brotherhood. You guys are the reason why I'm the champion. I'm the leader, right? If you believe in me, just continue to trust me. It is easier from now on to next 5 years. It was harder 5 years ago when we won our first chip. It was harder 5 years ago when we started this team. It was harder. I didn't have you guys. I had to pick PD. I had to pick Bhavik. I had to pick Pari. I had to pick you guys. But it's easier now. I have all of you. On top of that, I have the future in the infantry. It's easy. Just believe in me. That's all. Tamne kaso problem hoy na. Reach out. Tamme koi dar. You guys ever message me and I've said no? You guys can PD kale mane message kase ma pehli game opening kar raha hu su kais. Na parties. Na parties. What up? No.
ये तो आप पढ़ से पर मैं नहीं खेला
But I know my captain.
आपने थोड़ी
I'm gonna say, Peter, if you ask me something, I would never say no. I have the power. You know your boys have the power, and I will do what you want me to. If Saggy, Pway, anybody asks me, "Kya kala pehli bowling una ke juna?" Usu na. Done. Like Bao said.
seen your power.
Power, Ankush, power. Tu chauथा बार मुझे मारा ले
We can chat later. But once again, Ankush, Bhavik, easy. Once again, like I said, I'm gonna promise you guys, the day you guys don't believe in me, I will pick the leader that you guys believe in. And I mean it since day one. I promise you I mean it. The day you said somebody else is more deserving than me, I promise in my heart, I love you, Alliance. I want the deserving guy to lead this.
I really want one leader, you will always have a leader.
हमने जैकेट वालवाना, कोट वालवाना, सूट every year બદલવાનું. સેમી જે દિવસે આપણને અલા બધું ઢોરાય છે. જે દિવસે પેલી બેગ મળે ને પેલી બેગ મળે ને ટ્રાવેલ વાળી બેગ મોટી એ બેગ
Guys, it's 2 o'clock. I'll just say one last thing. When he said it's too easy for us, we have never had one strategy call this year. Not a single strategy call on
guys, I swear it's hard to explain you guys. Sammy.
Game planning and stuff.
I love it. You guys are getting drunk. But
Deep's team is getting drunk. What are you talking about?
guys,
that's okay. We
I'm
like
gonna
drunk
tell you
people.
something. Guys, Baba, I'm gonna tell you something. Until we did not win championship in 2018, me and Baba were on the call every week. I mean, road tactics ni vaado karta tha. I promise you that every day we were obsessed about winning. Since last 2 years, we do not make calls about what tactic is. Ask him. I mean, it's hard for you guys. It's hard to explain it to people. We do not talk about what tactic is because it's self-sustained. I know that the team is probably going to run the same way the first game. You know, same thing with Pway. If he's not there, he's going to run the same way, right? It's what we built over the years together. Like, we do not talk about tactics. It probably sounds like a lie, but we honestly do not. Because we trust the system. We trust what we say. If we say something, we mean it, right? So, let's just continue to do what we do. We got picnic games, so I'll talk about that now. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, Lions! I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, 3 feet. I want that. 1, 2, 3, Lions!
Doggy,
Ankush. Nah, hold on. Last. In 15 May games, you know I'm late.
હું drunk છું કે તું
બંને તું તો છૂટ તું ને સેમી તો છૂટ guys in 15 minutes we will start the games, right?
Go take a shit if you
Yeah,
have to.
you gotta take a piss, a break. I will give everybody 15 minutes to relax now. People will start the game. I know you guys are funny, but yo,
let's go bro
pray for your leaders, okay? Deep, three,
that's it my manager
Guys, I have a point. Those who are leaving gotta perform here for 5 minutes and then they go. Okay? Whoever is leaving, guys, whoever is leaving has to do a performance here and go. And that's performance.
બરાબર છે
અને અમારી એક ગ્લેનની બોટલ લઈને આવે પહેલા
બહારથી એક મસ્ત કડક લેતા હોય 14 હા કોણ જાય
નામ લીધું બધા સુપર અટક છે એ જમાલ
બાબા હારું તાલ્યો મારી જા કઈ ગયો બાબા ઓ ચાલો લાગી ટેપ આજે તું મને એલેક્સા મારી હારું કેટલી તાલ્યો પાડી અરે લાગી ટેપ
ગાડી ખોલો આપણે બેગો મેલ દઈએ
લાઈફ જેકેટ છે
15 minutes, do whatever you want. 15 minutes, or we start games.
even under but you know like you start you don't do that
આપણે તો ડ્રંક છે
you gotta do what you gotta say
ભાવ ઘેર જાય છે ચાલુ થાય ઓ લે ભાઈ જા તો એટલે ખોલું
ઓય કોઈની ગાડીમાં ટેબ્લેટ જેવું નહીં પડ્યું માથું દુખાય એવું
એ ટેબ્લેટ અને કયું ટેબ્લેટ જોઈએ
આ સિંગ બીજા હાથમાં ભૂલી ગયા
આ એડવેલ થી નહીં ફેર પડે એડવેલ
બધું ડિટેલમાં જવાની જરૂર નહીં મને
તારો એડવેલ
નીકળી જા
એને ખબર પડી ગઈ એડવેલ કોણ છે
ઉપર નહીં આવ્યો I'm like, bro, we're fucking both sick. Yeah. You felt the aftershave? Both, yeah. The last I was Neil! The first one was. The first one was bad, but the last one was even worse if you actually felt it. I was fucking driving.
આડો પડેલો કે આમ રિલેક્સ પોઝિશનમાં બેઠો હતો તો if you were standing you wouldn't have felt that.
No, I was driving.
You were driving?
Bro, my fucking car swerved too because I was like holding it. Oh, going in the speed.
પહેલો વાળો
પહેલો વાળો નતો ખબર પડી
ટિકિટ બુક કરાવવાનો હોય તો કહો ઓર
I was sitting in front of my computer.
એવરી ટાઈમ જ્યારે
first one
Yes,
બોસ મારી ના આવે બે આવી ગયો
બિલ્ડિંગમાં ફોર્થ ફ્લોર પર હતો
જે આમાં મને
મને
ખબર
ખબર. Like,
everyone was confused.
my brother was watching. meeting मैं मीटिंग छोड़ी मैं तो sorry guys so I left and I'm my manager गाड़ी लेना young family I left I came back and I just we just had a 2.5 एडिशन की swing was like
ચલાવે આ રે ગાડી
my brother was like oh heater में कहीं था we had some issues in the heater
that wasn't making sound.
no like it wasn't making sound but like we had a laundromat
I can bring it
Yeah.
right
so he heard a laundromat
કોઈ જાય મારો
but like he thought it was a heater because we have like a spare heater that we took out
તો આપણે ગમો કર દે ઓય બિનિયા
so we thought the heater was fucking
અરે ચાવી કેલા જો ભાઈ બેન ચો દારે ગાડી
એટલા શેક
બગુ
માય જોડે જા
નથી ખબર
માં ભાઈ ચલાવે
ના ચો દે
મારો ભાઈ ગાડી ચલાવે રાત્રે 2 વાગે
ગાડી મેરા ભાઈ ચલાવે
કઈ મૂક્યા હોય
ઘરે
મેં ગાડી લઈને આવ્યો
તો આવીને ચાવી આપો ભાઈ
ના ના આપણે લઈ જવાનું
એની રીતે કહેવાનું મને એવું કહે
બીજી જગ્યાએ રમવા
અલા મૂતરો
જો અહીં બતાવી દો ને ખરા મજા
એકે અહીં નહીં મજા આ બધું છે ને એટલે
તો હટાવી જાડુમાં કોઈ ના ભાઈ
મને નહીં ખબર એને એવું કહ્યું કે ધીમે ધીમે બધું લઈ જઈએ એમ
ભાઈ ઉઠાઓ જલ્દી
જે ના પીધેલા ઉઠાવો
જે પીધેલા હોય એ ઉઠાઓ પાવર વધારો હોય ઉને સમીર તો બ્લેક છે કે અમે પીધેલા છે અમારી ઉઠકાય નહીં પીધેલા ને વધારો ઉને સમીર તો પીધેલા
ડીવાય ના